Alright, so a little follow-up on the GTI Edition 30 all-wheel drive swap from the last one. The last video I had the rear end in, but now we've got a lot more in. So, take a little walk under the car, put the light on, and have a look. So obviously we've got the exhaust, looks pretty, but it was cheap, very loud. So I did, obviously, like I said in the last little video I did, I put all the flooring, did the A3 rear subframe, zoom out a bit, make it a bit more, I don't do videos, so this will be terrible. So A3 rear end with TT Alley hubs. Can't really see that, but it's got the TT Alley hubs on it, which they add sort of 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch to the track of the car aside. We've done that, but I have just put the prop shaft in. You can see that up there. So the prop shaft in. So there's the mounts I cut out of an A3, welded them in. They're in, so the prop shaft's in. I have got to change these bolts. These are just temporary. I didn't have the bolts, so I've got to measure up and just order some high tensile bolts for that. But that's that. Original heat shield. You see I just shadily cut some holes in there just to clear the brackets, so when I put them in. The exhaust is very close. There's about 4 mil or so in there. It doesn't hit. If I shake it, nothing hits. So that's that. Obviously A3 fuel tank. I have to tighten up all these little clips. I undersealed it all. It has been used, so it is all filthy dirty. Obviously, again, whoops, sorry, no filthy videos. Up there's your Haldex, props in. As I said, exhaust, and up here, 3 inch all the way through. Then up there you can see the gearbox situation. I initially put a TT gearbox in it, but it turned out that was no good. It's a DSG car. So what we've done is we stripped down that box, stripped my original box, put the bell housing side on and the diff, put that in, and it appears to work all right. So we'll see how that lasts. If it goes, yeah, ain't end of the world, we'll put a gearbox in it. It seems okay. It's got the Gen 3 steering rack, so obviously with the 3 bolts, that wasn't bad to do at all. And then you've got your stage 2 plus bits up here, radiator, S3 intercooler. A few other little bits, nothing exciting. A few little bits to tidy up on it still, and obviously you can see your little transfer box. That was all done, fresh oil. Subframe, sorry, anti-roll bar is TT. 18Z brakes with the Merc discs. As you can see, the sealant from where we've done the box, we had all the boxing pieces to do that. But yeah, we're getting some progress now. Prop shaft is in, so that just leaves me. I've got a standalone controller to go on there from that Forbes Automotive. I've got that to go in there. I've got got to wire up the second sender on the fuel tank. Got to wire that in because at the moment the gauge is a bit erotic. You put 20 quid in from 1/4 of a tank, it tells you you've got a full tank, and then drops down pretty quick. So we've got to do that. I'll put the original ABS pump back in again. This thing is absolutely too loud. I've got I have 4 inch tips to go on. These are 4.5. That's too big, so I'm going to drop them down to 4 inch. And then I'm planning to do away with this, and I'm going to try and put an oval silencer in there to tone it down, because it is absolutely ridiculous when it comes on boost, the noise it makes, and I'm not young, so I don't need that noise. So you can see how close, you can see that up there, you can see how close that is, but it does clear. It does clear. But yeah, I'm going to do that. I need to turn that around, adjust that, tie that up a bit. But yeah, there's a little bit of progress on it. Poly bushes on the front end, they do make a bit of a difference. But yeah, well, even put a new gearbox up that in. And there we have it. definitely some progress there. I wasn't sure whether this would clear on the prop shaft, but it does. You can run your hand all the way down it, and it doesn't hit. I was planning to use that one out of a TT, shorter, but the holes are also in different places, so, and it's seen better days. So I thought, now we won't do that. We won't do that. Put that in, but yeah, that is it. I don't really know what else to say. I've driven it with all this in, it all works. Obviously it's still running two-wheel drive until the controller goes in. But yeah, we are pleased with where we got to so far with it.